Hey everyone, Chip Paul here with a little health tip. So, if you have problems when you eat, and I mean like, I get bloated when I eat, or at night I burp up stomach acid, or I have GERD, or gastric upset, or bloating, or gas, or I feel like I have to poop and I can't poop, or any of those things, those are super important health signals. Now, if you go talk to your doctor about that stuff, your doctor's going to look at you like, yeah, whatever, go take a blood test. They likely won't acknowledge those things unless you have a doctor that's self-studied and has kind of transcended his own education or her own education, let's say. And there are some really good doctors out there that have done that. But for the most part, they're going to ignore those things. Now, let me tell you what those things mean in our world and what those things will mean in the health system that's coming. Because again, I think we can all agree that there's a new health system coming. It's not going to look like this old health system. And why is this coming? Because you want it and because God wants it. God is, I think, tired of us stabbing ourselves in the face with our horrible existing medical system and our own ignorance around not learning about ourselves and not learning about how we work. Where's the operations manual for this thing? Where's the operations manual for this thing? That's, I want to know where the operations manual is for this thing that I drive around every day. Because I don't have an operations manual for this thing. But if you go to Neighborly Wellness, we've tried to give you an operations manual for this thing that we drive around every day. And if you go to True Medics, we've got a way for you to basically help yourself with all these things. So for most of us, what do those health signals mean? What does it mean when we get bloating and gastric upset and GERD and things like that? It means we're infected. It means that, that's not normal. It's not normal for you to have a bunch of digestive issues when we eat food, right? Normal is everything goes smoothly. Now, that might have something to do with the food that we're eating, and it certainly does. Carbohydrates are not essential, and carbohydrates are what really bacteria ferment on and what causes gas. Okay. So fiber in a fermenter will cause you gas. Okay. And fiber in a fermenter will be like food for bacteria. And when bacteria are eating, one of their byproducts is gas. And if you've got bacteria up in your upper GI, in your upper stomach, in your basically your small intestine, and that's where these bacteria overgrow out of your colon, then you're going to feel that as pressure, and that's going to hurt. Okay, that's going to hurt. So that's one class of bacteria that you could just be overgrown with, something called Lactobacillus acidophilus. If you're taking a probiotic, you're adding to that problem. If you're eating sourdough bread, you are adding to that problem. Every bite of gluten adds to that problem. Every bite of structured carbohydrates adds to that problem. Every sip and bite of dairy adds to that problem. Really easy problem to fix. You've got to adjust some things and you've got to supplement into it. But again, we have solutions. I don't know why my banner keeps going away, but we have solutions at True Medics. Okay. So we have solutions at True Medics to help you with all this. Now, the other major problem that people are having right now is gastric upset that burns. Okay. So we've all had that. We've eaten some spicy food. It's made our tummy, upset. We burped up some stomach acid. So everyone knows what that feels like. We've all experienced that. But if that's happening to you consistently, that's a very dangerous thing called H. pylori, most likely. And again, if you come into Neighborly Wellness, we can show you exactly what that thing is. So if you come in and see us, or again, if you call and set up a consult, we can likely get to the bottom of what's going on with you. But if you're having that stomach acid stuff and that's a consistent thing for you, you are in real danger. Real danger. And I mean this, not trying to sell you anything, public health announcement. You are in real danger of developing cancer. Pancreatic cancer and 2 to 5% survival rate. So not something that you want to get at all. pancreatic cancer is directly caused by H. pylori infection, and you're getting early warning signals that you have that infection if you have that gastric upset, okay? This is something that within TrueMedix, we built product that we're getting reports back that we can solve this problem for you in 1 to 2 weeks. Now, if you're like a lot of people who've had this burning gastric upset problem, you might have had this all your life, and that might be kind of an unbelievable thing for you to hear. But again, lots of testimonials. We do it every day. So we would love to help you with what we have. But anyway, those are 2 big major problems that people are having right now. This basically bloating after eating, and then this burping up of stomach acid, GERD, whatever you want to call it. 2 different things, but very easy to solve. Now, why do we get those things? God is a perfect engineer. So how in the world am I getting infected with all this earthly crap, right? That shouldn't happen if I'm a sovereign being and I know how to take care of myself. The problem is no owner's manual. None of us have been given that owner's manual on how to take care of this thing. So we didn't know. And what do? We missed our essential nutrients, and especially collagen. Without collagen, you can't defend the inside of you from the outside environment. You just can't. You're going to get infected with stuff. Environment is going to be way more consequential to you than it should be. But with essential nutrients, again, we build a strong border wall, and we, let's say, maintain our sovereignty. Anyway, we'll leave it there. So we'll be back with another exciting health tip probably tomorrow, but certainly, well, tomorrow's Saturday, so we'll probably wait till next week. But we'll be here with more health tips. So pay attention. Listen to what we're saying. We're on to some high truth, some stuff that's a little bit advanced past our current medical system, and we really want to tell you about it, and we really want to help educate you about what we know. So tune in, check back, keep listening, keep following. We got a lot more to talk to you about.